Welcome back to the PI show. Our last segment tonight will be an important one, which is Viv's Mailbag.
Excellent. It's important because it's all about the viewers, Harry. That's why.
So you've got a number of questions?
We always do. Thanks so much to everyone who writes in. It's always great to receive feedback from you. And we have a really cute question from David, who writes in today. Dear Harry and Tony, I'm studying legal studies at school. I want to be a lawyer. Can you tell me what the difference between a lawyer, solicitor and a barrister is? Guys?
Well, look, there's been a long history, and basically a lawyer is someone who has qualifications and can appear in court as of right to represent people before a court of law. So in Victoria, it's what's called a fused profession, that solicitors and barristers both have rights to appear in court, and but generally there's been a division of labour between a solicitor who prepares cases for court and a barrister who presents cases in court, who's on their feet. The barrister is someone who you see with a wig and gown, and the
solicitor does the preparation.
Solicitor does the preparation. There was a solicitor in Victoria called Frank Galbally who used to appear as a solicitor in a wig and gown, and he did a very large number of murder trials. But that's unusual.
Yeah, no, he was unusual.
He was an unusual solicitor, but solicitors do appear in court. But basically, the barristers generally are advocates, and the solicitors prepare cases.
They're
in
specialist
court.
orators, basically, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're specialists in their field. What's the difference in interstate, though? I do know that not all states operate the same way as Victoria.
So some states have a legal profession which is divided as a matter of law between barristers and solicitors. So a solicitor can't appear in court. But in Victoria, there was, I think in the 1890s in Victoria, it became a fused profession. So it's like the medieval guilds.
And also then people would have to sit the bar exam or something.
Having said that, in a lot of criminal matters, a lot of solicitors do their own appearance work.
They do their own appearance work.
Contests and plays and things like that.
And again, the barristers have as you say, a distinct entity where there is a sort of a corporate group which they have to sign the bar roll and abide by the rules of being a barrister. But there's a lot of history behind all those terms.
Excellent. Well, thanks for that question, David. Thanks, guys. We have another question. Hi, Harry and Tony and Viv. My name is Jess, and I was in a car accident about 6 months ago in the city, and it wasn't my fault. Another car went through a give way sign, and it was completely totaled as a result of the accident. I'm having a lot of pain in my neck. I also have pain down both of my arms and fingers. They're all going numb, and there's slight tingling in my actual fingers. I'm about to see a physio to see if they can help me, but I was wondering if I have a legal claim. What should I do? Thanks, Jess.
Well, Viv, the fact that she's had this neck injury and she's got tingling in the fingers, I'm not a doctor, but generally over the years, that's a bad sign. It means that there's probably some sort of a disc injury. But no doubt if she hasn't had x-rays, she should get them done. And she would have to consult a lawyer. She definitely has a claim. She's got a claim for no fault benefits, which is her medical expenses and loss of income if she can't work. But significantly, if she's got these symptoms into the fingers, if you've done disc damage around your neck, it does travel down the arm. So I would have thought, get the x-rays done, get probably an expert, an orthopaedic, to have a look at you, an orthopaedic surgeon.
A couple of other things. Hopefully, the first thing she's got to do is actually lodge a claim.
Yes.
So you can do that over the phone with the TAC. So if there's a car accident and there's an injury, you've first of all got to lodge a claim within 12 months. Or then you've got to explain to the TAC, if it's more than 12 months, why you haven't lodged a claim.
But if you don't lodge it within 3 years, you've got no rights.
If no claims lodged within 3 years, no rights. So the first thing, you assume, I think, that she's lodged a claim, she's getting treatment, and that's the no-fault benefit that Tony was talking about. And then she may have a common law claim, depending on
consult a lawyer.
Depending how serious the injury is.
Yeah.
She's only got a common law claim if it's a serious injury.
Okay, and that has the threshold they have to...
Well, all the indicators are that it's pointing towards something not quite right there. So I think she should see a lawyer. It's important she rings one up.
So,
all right, thanks, Jess. So see a lawyer at this point. Now, third question comes from Melanie from Tutgaruk. She writes, I was on my way to work to a major retailer in the Melbourne CBD at about 8:45am. I got off the tram and fell on the metal railing and cut my chin and lips wide open. The tram stop is only a few metres away from my workplace. The tram driver stopped and reported the incident. Passers-by helped me as I was in severe pain and I actually had broken a few of my teeth. Sounds awful. The ambulance arrived a short time later and they took me straight to St Vincent's Hospital. There they took x-rays and gave me 10 stitches on my chin and lips. I later reported the accident to my employer, who hasn't yet agreed to meet any of the medical costs. I still have many medical and dental expenses still outstanding, and I know that there will be other issues that will require payment, and I'm simply not in a position to pay them. Can you please advise what my legal rights are? Thanks, Melanie.
It's a tram accident, so she's picked up by the Transport Accident.
I'm not 100% convinced.
Oh, I think she is.
Because did she say she got off the tram and fell?
She got off the
She was
tram and fell.
She was on the step, wasn't she?
The tram was stationary.
The tram was actually moving and then it stopped once they'd acknowledged that she'd fallen down.
If it arises out of the driving of a tram, it's covered by TAC and her benefits, medical expenses and loss of wages would be covered by TAC.
Right.
So generally you'd think she'd ring up TAC and lodge a claim over the phone and then TAC will investigate and say whether they accept liability or don't accept liability. But the first thing I'd do, I'd lodge a claim.
Yeah, I think it's
so we're not depending on the exact circumstances, we're not 100% sure whether it's arising out of the driving of a tram or simply the tram stationary, her getting off and slipping.
Yes.
I think she said the tram was moving, Harry. So.
Well, the tram had actually stopped after it acknowledged that she'd fallen over.
So if the tram was still in motion, it's definitely a TAC
well, Harry, I'll
claim.
go one step further in this one. Because she's a female and she's got 10 stitches across her chin and the tram's moving, you'd have to investigate the circumstances pretty carefully because I think she might have common law scarring.
Well, but there's fault of the tram driver.
Yeah, well,
it's a long boat.
No.
What about the situation of her being in transit on the way to work? Does that have any sort of consequence?
The work cover doesn't cover what's called journey claims.
Yeah.
So to and from work.
If on the other hand she was going from one shop to another and still working, then it would be a work cover case.
But if it's a journey claim, work cover don't cover it anymore. They did
many years ago.
Many years ago. But look, they're very interesting questions. Keep writing. A lot of detail helps in any questions. And watch the website.
The website,
thepishow.com, appearing on your screen right now.
And the website's important. We love feedback from people who watch the show. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Thanks.